Finally, Nostradamus has also predicted that Mother Earth will suffer even more in 2024. Nostradamus warns of a very great famine through pestiferous wave.
Almost 500 years ago, Nostradamus wrote down a series of cryptic poems that have left people stunned for centuries. He's the world's most famous astrologer and seer, known for predicting some of history's biggest events, from the rise of Hitler to the devastating world wars. But what if we told you that Nostradamus might have also seen what's coming for us in 2024? The prophecies are darker than ever, so stay tuned till the end. Economic collapse and famine. We all know that things have been getting more expensive lately. The prices of food, gas, and everyday items have been going up, making it hard for a lot of people to afford even basic stuff. Nostradamus wrote something that sounds like it could be about this. So high will the bushel of wheat rise that man will be eating his fellow man. It's a creepy way of saying that food prices might get so high that people will be desperate. Now, it doesn't mean people will literally start eating each other, but it could mean that people might become very desperate for food and money. People might start stealing, and there could be chaos in the streets. This kind of economic collapse has happened before in history, like during the Great Depression in the 1930s, when millions of people lost their jobs and struggled to survive. In 2024, some experts think that the world's economy might get even worse. Inflation is still rising, which means prices keep going up, and people are struggling to make ends meet. If Nostradamus was right, we could be facing a time when the cost of living becomes unbearable. It's not just about expensive groceries, but also about people losing their jobs and businesses shutting down. Catastrophic climate events. Nostradamus had a lot to say about the weather, and his predictions for climate disasters are pretty terrifying. He wrote about droughts, floods, and storms that would cause major damage. One of his quatrains says, "The dry earth will grow more parched, and there will be great floods." This sounds a lot like what's happening in our world right now. We've seen wildfires burning out of control, massive hurricanes destroying towns, and record-breaking heat waves. It feels like the weather is getting more extreme every year. In 2024, scientists are already warning us that climate change could lead to even worse disasters. Rising temperatures are making dry places even drier, which causes more wildfires. At the same time, melting ice caps are making sea levels rise, which could lead to more flooding. Nostradamus might not have known about climate change, but his prediction about the Earth becoming dry and then flooding is eerily similar to what experts are saying today. Rise of a new Cold War. You might have heard about the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union back in the 20th century. It wasn't a traditional war with battles, but more like a huge, tense standoff with both sides trying to show they were stronger without actually fighting directly. Instead, it was a battle of technology, weapons, and politics, with everyone afraid that it might turn into a real war at any moment. Now, in 2024, some experts are saying that we could be heading into a new kind of Cold War, but this time it might be between the United States and China. Nostradamus wrote a line that goes, "Combat and naval battle, the red adversary will become pale with fear." This is super interesting because it could be referring to a fight at sea, and the red adversary might be talking about China, which is known for its red flag. China has the world's largest navy, and tensions between the US and China have been getting worse lately, especially over issues like trade, technology, and control of the South China Sea. If a small incident, like two ships bumping into each other, led to a big argument between these two superpowers, it could easily escalate into something much bigger and scarier. People worry that it could lead to a conflict involving many countries, just like during the original Cold War. With modern technology and powerful weapons, even a small mistake could have huge consequences. King Charles III's potential downfall. Another one of Nostradamus's predictions might involve the British royal family, specifically King Charles III. It's only been a short time since he became king after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, and already there's been a lot of drama. Nostradamus wrote about a king of the Isles, who faces trouble and might even be forced to leave his throne. He also mentions someone who has no mark of a king taking over. This has led many people to wonder if he was predicting a big shakeup in the British monarchy in 2024. There's already been a lot of talk about King Charles not being as popular as his mother. Queen Elizabeth was loved by many, but Charles has faced criticism, especially because of his past with Princess Diana and his current marriage to Camilla. Some people think he might have to step down if the pressure gets too intense or if there's a scandal that makes it impossible for him to stay in power. One interesting theory is that Prince Harry could be the man with no mark of a king. Harry left his royal duties and moved to the US, but he's still very much in the public eye. Even though Prince William is next in line for the throne, some believe that Harry might make a surprising return if things go badly for King Charles. We're just getting started, so make sure you stay tuned until the end, because you won't believe what Nostradamus might have predicted about aliens. The Vatican in crisis. Nostradamus didn't shy away from talking about religion, and one of his most unsettling predictions involves the Vatican. He wrote about the death of an old pontiff, which many think could refer to Pope Francis. Right now, Pope Francis is in his mid-80s and has had some health issues, leading to speculation about whether he might retire or pass away soon. Nostradamus's quatrain says, "Through the death of the very old pontiff, a Roman of good age will be elected," which sounds like a younger pope might take over. On the surface, it seems like a good thing to have a younger, more energetic leader. However, Nostradamus also warned that this new pope would weaken his see, which could mean that the influence of the Catholic Church might decrease. It's not clear if he meant that the new pope would make bad decisions, or if there might be a big scandal that hurts the Church's reputation. Either way, it sounds like a tough time ahead for the Vatican. In recent years, the Catholic Church has faced a lot of criticism and scandals, from financial issues to accusations of abuse. If Nostradamus is right, the new pope might struggle even more to maintain the Church's authority and respect. This could lead to fewer people following the Church or major changes in how it operates. Solar storms and darkness. Nostradamus also made a chilling prediction about a solar storm that could bring days of darkness. He wrote about the sky darkening, which some people believe is a reference to a huge coronal mass ejection, CME, from the Sun. A CME is when the Sun releases a massive burst of solar wind and magnetic fields. If one of these hits Earth, it could cause serious problems, like knocking out satellites, messing up GPS systems, and even causing power outages. We've already seen a big solar storm in March 2023, which made scientists nervous because it was so strong. It didn't cause the days of darkness that some feared, but it was a reminder of how powerful the Sun can be. If a massive solar storm hits Earth around the time of the eclipse, it could be really bad. Imagine losing internet, phone signals, and electricity all at once. Everything from air travel to banking could be disrupted, and it might take days or even weeks to fix. Mega earthquake prediction. Nostradamus had a lot to say about natural disasters, and one of his most frightening predictions involves a massive earthquake. He wrote about the shaking of the earth, which some believe is a warning about a huge earthquake that could happen in 2024. Earthquakes are already terrifying because they can strike without warning and cause major destruction. In recent years, we've seen several big ones, like the 7.5 magnitude earthquake in Ishikawa, Japan in 2023. It caused a lot of damage and even took lives, showing just how devastating these natural events can be. The Pacific Ring of Fire is one of the most active earthquake zones in the world. It's a horseshoe-shaped area in the Pacific Ocean where many of the planet's biggest quakes happen. Scientists are always monitoring it because a massive earthquake here could cause tsunamis and affect millions of people. Nostradamus might have been pointing towards this region when he predicted a huge shaking of the earth. If his prophecy comes true, the consequences could be severe. A mega earthquake could destroy buildings, crack roads, and lead to landslides. In coastal areas, there's the risk of a tsunami, which could flood entire towns. This would not only put people's lives in danger, but also cause a lot of economic damage. Businesses would be disrupted, and it could take years to rebuild everything. A new leader emerges. Nostradamus also hinted at the rise of a new, unexpected leader in 2024. He wrote about a political change where someone new takes power in a surprising way. This has led people to wonder if he was predicting a major shift in leadership in countries like the United States, where a big election is coming up. It's not unusual for people to get tired of their current leaders, especially if they feel like things aren't going well. When that happens, voters sometimes look for fresh faces, even if they seem like long shots at first. One of the interesting things about this prediction is that Nostradamus used the word unexpected. This could mean that the person who takes power might not be a typical politician. Maybe it's someone from the business world or a popular figure who decides to run for office and shakes up the political scene. We've seen this before with leaders like Donald Trump, who wasn't a career politician but became President of the United States. Mysterious plague returns. One of Nostradamus's most alarming predictions involves a new plague or deadly illness. He wrote, "Pestilences will be seen in many lands," which sounds a lot like what we've experienced with pandemics. The COVID-19 pandemic caught everyone by surprise and showed us how quickly a new virus can spread across the world, affecting millions of people. While the pandemic has slowed down, Nostradamus's words suggest that we might not be in the clear just yet. Could there be another outbreak in 2024? Some experts think that with climate change and the destruction of natural habitats, new diseases are more likely to appear. When we cut down forests, animals and humans come into closer contact, making it easier for viruses to jump from animals to people. This is how scientists believe diseases like COVID-19 and Ebola started. Nostradamus might not have known the science behind it, but his prediction about a new plague seems to fit what many scientists are worried about today. If a mysterious plague does emerge in 2024, it could be even worse than the last pandemic. Alien contact or revelation. Nostradamus wrote a line that says, "The sky will open and the lights will come down." Some people believe this could be talking about UFOs or extraterrestrial beings visiting Earth. In recent years, there have been more and more reports of strange objects in the sky that can't be explained, and even governments have started taking these sightings seriously. In 2024, there's a lot of buzz about the possibility of a big revelation about aliens. Governments around the world, including the US, have released videos of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, which is a fancy way of saying UFOs. These videos show strange flying objects that move in ways we can't explain with our current technology. Nostradamus might not have known about spaceships, but his prediction about lights in the sky could be a hint about something big happening soon. If we do get confirmation of alien life, it could change everything we know about our place in the universe. People would have a lot of questions. Are they friendly or dangerous? Where do they come from? And what do they want? If 2024 is the year we finally make contact, it would be one of the biggest moments in history. Which prophecy do you think might actually come true in 2024? Or do you have your own predictions for the year ahead? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads.